Hello students. In the previous lesson, we learned about the first two Mughal emperors, Babur and Humayun. Now let's learn about Akbar and Jahangir. Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Akbar, the son of Humayun, was born in Umarkot, Sindh during his father's exile. He inherited the throne at the tender age of 13 after his father's untimely death, but later became the greatest of the Mughal rulers and ruled over a vastly extended empire. He was initially guided by his father's faithful general Behram Khan, but at the age of 18 took over the reins of government himself and became absolute ruler of his empire. He abolished discrimination against non-Muslims and allowed the Hindus and members of other religions to practice their beliefs in freedom. He won their loyalty by appointing Hindu Rajputs, especially to high ranks in his empire, and by marrying into the families of Rajput rulers. He encouraged Muslims, Hindus, Christians and Parsis to engage in religious discussions with each other before him. He introduced a new unifying religion, Deen-e-Ilahi, divine faith, to solve religious differences. Akbar reformed and strengthened his central administration and built roads and encouraged trade with countries like China, Central Asia, and even Europe, making his empire one of the richest and most flourishing in the world. During the 50 years of his reign, he had gold, silver, and metal coins issued. Akbar was very fond of music. There were 36 top-ranking musicians in Akbar's court. Tansen was the most famous musician amongst them. The musician Tansen and other brilliant scholars, poets and philosophers made up the famous group of 9 gems who graced his court and with whom Akbar loved to engage in discussions and debates. Akbar died on October 27, 1605 in Fatehpur Sikri, just days after his 63rd birthday. Nuruddin Muhammad Jahangir. The fourth Mughal emperor Salim was born on August 31st, 1569 at Fatehpur Sikri in India to Emperor Akbar and his wife Maryam-uz-Zamani. He was Akbar's eldest son and had every expectation of being his successor, but he was impatient for power and revolted against his father in 1599 while Akbar was engaged in battle. In 1611, Jahangir married Mehrunissa, who gained the title of Noor Jahan. Jahangir began leaving the administration of the empire more and more to Noor Jahan, her brother Asif Khan, and Prince Khurram. Jahangir was a lover of nature, art, architecture, and literature. Under his rule, art, and in particular miniature painting, reached a very high level not only within India but abroad too. He loved animals, collecting them from many different sources, having paintings made of them, observing them, and making detailed notes about his observations. Jahangir's reign ended in 1627 when he died in Lahore on his way to Kashmir. He was buried in Lahore. He was succeeded by his son Khurram, also known as Shah Jahan, after a bloody war of succession. We will continue with this timeline in the next session.